everybody, it's Matt here at 1610. Today we are going to take a little test of Detour Coffee. And so Detour is in Toronto. I don't exactly know specifically where it is located in Toronto, but that doesn't really matter. I've been following them for quite some time. I've been really intrigued, and my wife is such a blessing in disguise. She actually got me some Detour Coffee, and I'm actually kind of excited to try this. Today, what we're going to do is technically four different grinds settings. So we're going to go fine, medium, and then coarse. Then the last one is combination of all three and see how that plays into a factor. And we're going to test and see which one's going to be the best overall experience. And so we'll get on that right away. So I'll be right back. So stay tuned, okay? Alright, so I did the fine grind, pour over brewing. This is interesting because this is not as clear as I expected it to be. It looks really cloudy, kind of muddy. After I did the pour over method there, it looked like mud. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm kind of curious on how it's going to taste. So one thing I did want to let you guys know, I did 300 grams of water to 16 grams of coffee, okay? And this is on my fine setting of my grinder. My grinder is actually, believe it is a Cuisinart, and it has, I believe, 21 settings. So there's 21 settings to grind the coffee, which is kind of cool. And we'll see how this tastes. So overall, the aroma really, honestly, it feels kind of sweet. So we'll see how it tastes. Ooh. Oh, that's bad. Note to self. Don't do fine grind coffee for pour over method. It is really bitter, very sour. Doesn't taste like anything. Alright, the next sip kind of did taste, I would say more like a nectarine kind of feel, which is not necessarily odd, but interesting development there. Yeah, it's still sweet, but yeah. This actually reminds me more of the French press, really. How French press really brings more of the acidity to it. And yeah, nope, never ever going to do that again, period. So we'll move on to medium and see how that goes. We'll be right back, okay? So we're back again now with the medium coarse grind. You can definitely notice the clarity in it. It's a lot better, probably smells a lot better. But just take a look at this. It is clear for sure. So we'll see how it tastes. I just kind of, oh man, this one, what I always do is I always do it on the medium setting, just because from everything that I read, every video that I watched, they always said to do it on the medium coarse, medium to coarse. So in between those kind of settings there, and because I believe that's gonna give you the most amount of benefit of the flavor that's gonna come out of your cup, and so ultimately that's the most important thing. So here we go. Oh yeah. So overall, the aroma is sweeter. It is a sweet kind of blend. You can definitely notice that. But the taste is sweet. It's nice. It's refreshing. It is flavorful. I do get a sense of peach in it. That is a lovely taste, actually. I like the peach flavor. I kind of always like the more fruitier type of coffee, because like everybody has like the nut based coffee blend in it, and nut is great. Like I still love it. However, I just think like the fruit, the floral aspects, the sugary aspects of the coffee just adds a little bit like uniqueness to it, and that's kind of something I really like. Yeah, I would say, yeah, honestly, there is that a little bit of Earl Grey I kind of sense. Um, okay, no, I get the Earl Grey now. I kind of swashed it around my mouth. Yep, Earl Grey for sure. So we'll move on to the coarse grind and see how that goes. All right, now this came kind of interesting. A couple of different things with the coarse setting there. If you can look here, like it is so clear compared to the other two, and so definitely was a lot less. The water didn't really hold well with the grounds, hence it kind of like seeped through a lot quicker versus the fine. Because of how close it is, it allowed the water to kind of sit a lot longer versus the coarse. And so we'll see how this one tastes. I'm kind of curious. I don't know if I'm that excited for this one, because usually what happens is that the blooming effect. So in this regard, why bloom, like the blooming effect on pour over coffee, either if it's Chemex, Cleta, Hario, it doesn't really matter. The blooming effect allows the gases to kind of release once the water is in contact with the ground and the bean, and then it kind of holds it there to kind of saturate all of the ground, and then so that it enhances the flavor of the coffee. Now, with the course, that didn't really happen that well. The second time around, I did see a little bit of a bloom effect, but whatever. We'll see how this one goes. It's there's a subtle sweetness to it, so I'm kind of curious. But who knows, right? Until you taste it, you shouldn't be guessing. It's sweet, very much so. Um, hmm. There's a subtle hint of honey into it. That's what I kind of noticed. Um, that's interesting. That's very interesting profile that I just noticed. Tasting notes are interesting. Yeah, that's all I really get out of it. And so, um, all right then. I guess that's that for the course setting. So the next one is going to be the blend setting. So it's a fine, medium, and coarse. We'll see how that kind of goes. Um, okay, all right. So this is the final one. This is the blend of the three settings there. So I did do the 16 grams per 300 grams of water, and so we will kind of go from there. I'm really actually intrigued about this one to see how it kind of goes. I noticed that it bloomed pretty well. I think the mixture of all three kind of helped compensate any sort of missed opportunities, stuff like that. So, because if you can see, though, right, it is, I would say it leans more on the medium setting of the clarity of the coffee versus the course, because the course was absolutely very light when it comes to the clarity aspect. But we will see how this goes, and yeah, all right. So I just like this really much. Like, this is really, really nice. The aroma it's not too bad. Oh man. Wow, I was not expecting that. Holy. Very bright. Having the mixture of all three, really, that is crazy. It's like it's really sweet. I like the flavor, like the tasting notes, a very sweet note. However, did not expect that. That is, wow. Like, I taste a lot more honey. That's for sure. Uh, a little bit of Earl Grey. In that peach flavor. Wow, that blended nicely. A lot better than the medium, actually. If so, I guess in retrospect, if you really want to get the best out of your coffee, mix all three. If you really want to like spend that much time, because uh, Do little bits at a time, obviously, but like really and honestly, overall, that was really good. I really liked it. Uh, I'm still, me personally, still going to go with a medium grind setting. One, just because it's the easiest. Two, you get the best out of it. But if you really want to be that adventurous, blend all three. All right. So Detour Coffee, really good. Like, it's really good quality coffee. The tasting notes on the package is a peach, honey, and Earl Grey. Okay, so if you are ever in Toronto, I highly recommend you to try out Detours. Good stuff, good coffee, good brand. Toronto in general, a lot of micro roasteries. Um, so go check them out. And make sure you like and subscribe to my Facebook and Instagram. And we will go ahead and see you next time. But be sure to go to my webpage, 1610co.com. We have mugs, t-shirts, tea, accessories, stuff like that. By all means, check it out. And go ahead. All right. Well, we will see you next time again. All right. Make sure you keep brewing and happy brewing. All right. Take care, guys.